Ali Motahari's speeches still continue. On Wednesday, the 14th of January 2015, Ali Motahari requested the parliament officials to give him the video footage that was recorded of his speech on Sunday. Ali Motahari's request has not been responded to yet. Dawood Asadi, who is imprisoned in the quarantine section of Evin prison, started his indefinite hunger strike in order to protest against the poor conditions of the prisons and the officials' refusal to deal with his severe medical illnesses. During the past week, the Washington Post published a statement regarding the situation of Jason Rezaian, who is the Washington Post correspondent in Tehran. This publication points out that it is not quite clear what the charges against Jason Rezaian are, and the fact that he is still not permitted to have a lawyer. On Wednesday, the 14th of January 2015, about 6,000 teachers across the country signed a petition to Ali Larijani, the head of the Iranian parliament, and expressed their dissatisfaction towards the political confrontations. In this petition, these teachers called for an end on discrimination and requested justice between teachers and other government workers. During the past week, Atenav Farqdani, who was summoned to the Revolutionary Court last week, was beaten in front of her parents at the court and was later transferred to the Qarchak and Romin prison in the city of Ray. Furthermore, Nahid Garji from the city of Mashhad was arrested due to her activities on cyberspace. It has been 3 weeks since she was banned from meeting with her relatives or even making or taking phone calls. During Salar Aghili's concert, after the first performance ended, Harir Shariatzadeh, who is a female percussionist of the group, was forced to leave the stage.
On Friday the 9th of January 2015, the Minister of Culture gave a warning to the authors and the artists in Iran, stating that there is no absolute freedom for authors and writers, and wherever the artists go beyond the scope of their set boundaries, they will be dealt with according to the law. Ali Akbar Kasayan, the press secretary of the jury court, said that at the press court meeting on Friday the 9th of January 2015, the editor of the Mert-Nameh magazine was found guilty on charges of quoting from deviant and dissident groups, leading to their advertisement, as well as refusal to comply with the press laws. Furthermore, Tahmineh Milani, an Iranian film director, was summoned to the Culture and Media Court. It is said that the reason she was summoned to the court was due to the publication of a film script called Shahrazad, Woman of the 1001 Nights. The script was published by the Ketab Sara publisher. On Tuesday the 13th of January, Ehsan Akbari, a journalist and a social activist, was arrested at his workplace by the Iranian Revolutionary Guards. The Deputy Attorney General of the Justice Department announced that the Attorney General approved of the charges to be held against online news websites.
"50 days after illegally firing 300 workers of the Rock Ceramic Shahrezar factory, the employer continues to refuse to re-employ the workers. Furthermore, a number of workers' representatives in Tehran and surrounding towns protested on the 10th of January 2015 against the parliament trying to change the Labour Protection Act under the Bill of Recovering from Recession. In this protest, workers gathered in front of the Parliament's building. On Sunday morning, the 11th of January 2015, nearly 60 workers of the pipe and Navad factory in the city of Salve protested against the 4 months delay in payment of their wages and over 16 months of their insurance premium. These workers protested by gathering in front of the governor's building in the city of Salve. Meanwhile, more than 100 workers gathered in the factory premises and set car tires on fire. On Monday afternoon, the 12th of January 2015, nearly 200 workers of the Sepahan cement factory in the city of Esfahan protested against the dismissal of their representative by forming a gathering at the factory premises.
On the last day of the Wat that week, the security officers prevented the holding of the Friday prayers, which was supposed to be led by Abdul Hamid Esmail Zehi, who is a Sunni Friday prayer leader in Tehran. Jafar Ghafouri, a Sunni cleric, introduced himself to the Mehabad prison in order to serve his 6 months imprisonment sentence. During the past week, Noura Masmi, a student of computer engineering at the University of Mazandaran, was prevented from carrying on her education despite having passed 1 semester. The 5th court trial for Farzad Bahadari, Simin Bahadari, Sahar Bahadari, Nazim Bahadari, Shabnam Asa Khani, and Rashin Saberi was held in the Revolutionary Court of Tabriz.
Furthermore, Hamid Reza Khaildar, the commander of Iran's Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, said that at the moment 2 of the EPA guards are in prison charged with retaliation. The sentences of these 3 guards are confirmed by the Supreme Court. Last week, security forces prevented the accumulation of a number of Iranian journalists in Tehran when they gathered to express their sympathy towards the journalists who were killed in France. The head of the Justice Executive Committee of the city of Yazd said that the death sentence of A.D. was confirmed by the Supreme Court and the head of the judiciary. The sentence was carried out in the central prison of Yazd. On Tuesday, the 13th of January 2015, the prosecutor of the city of Kangan spoke of a 26-year-old man named A.K.H. who assaulted 3 women. On Sunday, the 11th of January 2015, 2 prisoners accused of armed robbery were hanged in the Adalabad prison of Shiraz. On Wednesday, the 14th of January 2015, Fakhruddin Faraji, a political prisoner from the Tabas prison, was transferred to the solitary confinement for 15 days due to having contact with the media. The prosecutor of Tehran announced that a prisoner accused of rape was hanged in the prison of Sari.
Muhammad Ali Nasser Hashemi, a national religious activist and a political prisoner in Section 7 of the Evin prison, was deprived of medical treatment despite his physical health deterioration. Furthermore, Asghar Jahangir, the head of the prisons in Iran, said that 70% of the prisoners and offenders in Iran are under the age of 40. Despite being 7 months since the arrest of Saeed Shirzad, he is still kept inside of the prison, and his lawyer has not been permitted to read his file. The director of the Emergency Organization for Social Services said that around 800 phone calls relating to child abuse were made in the first 6 months of this year.